Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, which uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants. And vowels are a bit trickier. They're smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of these 4 consonant stems. So A's are always on the outside of the word circle. E's, I's, and U's are all in the same relative position, which is on the line of the word circle or centered inside a consonant. And O's are always in the middle of the word circle, or if they're attached on a consonant, they're like a bead on a string. So let's go ahead and get to this design. It is strung out linearly and has some overlapping stems. This design is read left to right because if you imagine an infinitely large circle, if you start at the bottom of that and go counterclockwise, you'll start at the bottom and just go to the right. So left to right. And that's because this script is read bottom counterclockwise, which is true for words always, sentences mostly, and then it gets complicated when you start doing paragraphs and stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at our first word circle here. So this is our first letter because it crosses that bottom 6 o'clock position, and it is a deep divot stem, so we're in this row, and there are 1, 2, 3 dots on it, so that's a D. And then we have a vowel on it as well, so it's a little circle, so it's a vowel, and it's like a bead on a string attached on this deep divot stem. So this is a D, O, and then we can turn around, and this is our next consonant, and this line ends on the word circle, which doesn't mean it does anything unless it's going only from the word circle outwards to nothing. This is the line from the I. This is the apostrophe. I'll get to that in a second. But this is an N because it's a circle inside the word circle with just one line ending on it. So what matters is that this line ends on it here. So continuing around, we have a double line. So this is a double parallel line, which is going from the word circle out towards a sentence circle, which doesn't exist unless you count this dashed line as a sentence circle. And that would be the apostrophe punctuation for the don't apostrophe. And then the T, shallow divot, no modifiers. Continuing on, here's our next word here. And this word is tricky because it has one of those overlapping stems I talked about. So we have this stem here overlapping this word here, which overlaps this word here. So this is our bottom of the word circle, and the first letter is a T, shallow divot, with no modifiers. I wouldn't put a vowel inside this T because it is inside a new word because it's an overlapping word. So this vowel goes with this word, and there is no vowel attached to this stem. So this is just a T because it has no modifiers. Again, so look at this thick word circle, and this is a normal T stem, right? A normal little bite taken out of the word circle. But if we just imagine nestling another word right in here, that's what's happening here. So this is a T, and then we have an R, 1, 2, 3 dots on a shallow divot. And then we have a Y, we have that circled on the line of the word circle with 2 dots. So that would be a T, R, Y. And then we have this word, bottom of the word circle. And just like this last time, we have a shallow divot taken out of it to make a T, and then an O, because it's inside the word circle, so hanging out like that. So T, O, and then we have this next word here, bottom of the word circle is here. Deep divot with one line ending on it. Lines that pass through do not count, so this doesn't count, but this one ends on it, and this one ends on it too. So 1, 2, 3 lines makes that an F, and then we have an I, line going towards the middle. And this is what I was talking about. This is just the I line ending on the word here, so this is not punctuation because it's that I line. So F-I, continuing around here, we have another circle on the line of the word circle like this, except it has 1, 2 lines ending on it. So that's an X. And then we have this next word here, bottom of the word circle is here. This is the first letter we hit. 1, 2, 3 lines makes it an M, because it's a circle inside the word circle. Continuing around, an E on the line of that word. So again, E's, I's, and U's, when they're by themselves, not attached to a consonant, they're just on the line. Like that. So M-E, and then here's our next word, bottom of the word circle's here. This is our first letter. I, line going towards the middle. Continuing around, here's that apostrophe again, just like this one. And then 1, 2, 3 lines on this M. Again, lines that pass through don't count. So that's an M, so I'm. Then this word here, bottom of the word circle. N, one line on it, just like this N. O, like a bead on a string, like this one. And then we have another shallow divot T overlapping our next word. So just like this T or this T. So not. And then we have our last word here. Bottom of the word circle is a B. No modifiers on a deep divot. R, 1, 2, 3 dots, just like this R. O, like a bead on a string, just like these guys. K, 1, 2 dots on a circle inside the word circle. An E enclosed inside that K, and then an N with one line on it, just like this N or this N with one line on it. So broken. And then kind of like the end sentence circle thing is just dashes. So all of these dashed lines are just lines. They're not stems. They're not word circles. They are lines that I have broken into dashes. And it's important that they don't look like dots, I guess. So let's go ahead and go through it one last time really quickly. So D-O-N apostrophe T, don't. T-R-Y, try. T-O, to. F-I-X, fix. M-E, me. I, apostrophe M, I'm. N-O-T, not. B-R-O-K-E-N, broken. So don't try to fix me. I'm not broken.